Now, on the Irish Rally podcast, we're turning our attention to the modifieds, and undoubtedly one to watch for 2023 is Mr. Eddie Doherty, who in the past 12 months has made the transition to Class 14. Eddie, great to have you on the podcast. How's things?
Good. Thanks a million for having me on, Kevin. We were talking late last year at Faheen, so it's great to be back on.
Yeah, and sure, look, maybe no better place to start actually. That went quite well. Competition down there was tasty enough too. You enjoyed that one, and obviously came away top dog.
Yeah, no, it was great to get the first overall win at their local home event. Yeah, competition was good down there. You had like Enda O'Brien, James Coleman, Barry Murphy in his new Evo. And the conditions went from dry to wet to dry to wet, so it was good.
Yeah. Interesting choice of navigator for that as well, and 100% record now that stands, I would say. Although, was she in beside you before? I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, she was in beside me in Galway. Yeah, Mel, yeah, like my partner was. That was her first overall win as well. So it was nice to get it like together, I suppose.
Yeah, I noticed Eddie she's not with you for Galway. So what happened there?
Yeah, there might have been a domestic or two since, but no, all's good. No, all's good. She's doing. I think she's doing the forestry championship with Letitia Khan, and her uncle is doing a few historic events as well. So she'll be busy as well, like throughout the year.
Very good. So that day down in Faheen, did that kind of start out as a bit of crack that ended up in a victory, or were you going gung ho for it, or what was the line of approach?
It was probably we didn't really know what to expect really. We had a couple of problems with the car over the last I think three rallies before that, with just coils and small bits of niggly problems and wiring as well. And it kind of all worked out well. It was the first time we kind of had proper power in the car, and kind of all just worked really more than nothing. There wasn't really too much to it. We did. There's no point saying we probably did want to win it, but it just worked out well for us.
Yeah, and I suppose the way the year finished up, given the disappointments, the string of retirements and stuff, the victory down there, and then going down to the Killarney Historics, which, as we know, has an unbelievable modified entry as well as everything else. And you were mixing it with the big guns there, putting in top three times. That must have been very pleasing. Pleasing, but was it surprising?
Yeah, look, it was a small bit surprising. We done the lakes this year as well. We hired a car off Noel Lochran. We were fifth overall on the Saturday, and then we gearbox problems going up the gap then on Sunday morning. So look, Killarney is a place I kind of know as well. I sat with Colin O'Donoghue, so I suppose he's shown me a few tricks as well around there. So no, look, we wanted to be as competitive as we can. We knew after say the after Faheen and after Vanna, like our pace was getting better and better every event. So and we knew that Killarney was a rally that I knew. So we wanted to be within the top five was our aim. But look, unfortunately, we got a couple of punctures, and that wasn't the case.
But look, these things happen, and you come away with a lot of positives from that, knowing that you can mix it. And all of a sudden, now that makes you possibly a bit of a dark horse for this year. So, how do you feel about that particular label, or are you very quick to kind of dismiss this sort of stuff and hope to try maybe still sneak in under the radar?
No, if we can keep on sneaking in under the radar, if at all possible. I think Conor Murphy last year done that very well. He done the Tarmac Championship and build up his pace, and we're no different. We don't want to be out there and be the quickest off the bat straight away. We want to build up our pace and still have a car there at the end of it. And like our plan this year is hopefully to do the modified championship in the Tarmac. So there's a lot of new rallies there as well. I've never done Galway, as you said, we've never done West Cork, never done Donegal. So a lot of it's going to be new. I don't expect to be on the pace straight away, but if we can be there or thereabouts at the end of each event, I'd be happy. Like,
Yeah, well, look, the unpredictable nature of Galway, and I suppose the only thing predictable about Galway is that it is unpredictable, be it weather and stages and different things. It may indeed turn out to be an advantage. And I think the big thing is you do need a little bit of luck with this as well. So What would be the plan across the 2 days? I suppose to try and be as competitive as possible on day one, but being a bit cautious. And then if we're in the mix on day two, off with the shackles, something like that, or am I assuming wrongly?
Yeah, well, look, we done recce there on a Saturday, and Saturday stages look like kind of like a national rally. They don't look traditionally Galway. There's a lot of grip there, and they're very fast, which I think in the past kind of suited us as well. If you look at Bolton, that's and that. So no, and then Sunday you have the Black Road, so that's really the cautious. I remember I navigated with Richard Hickey in Cork last year, and the water that was in the Black Road, just standing water was ridiculous. So I think for us, it's really get out of the gap kind of very quickly on Saturday morning if we can, and see where we go. Because I think in class 14, if you don't be on the pace straight away, you're going to be left behind. So
If you look into a crystal ball and we're sitting here chatting next year, what would you be pleased with at the end of the year? Obviously, you'd love to be class 14 champion and win a heap of these and all, and modified sections and whatnot. But what would you be pleased with? What do you think is realistic within those expectations?
for me, it's really consistency. If we be consistently within, say, the top 5, top 3, winning the championship at the end of the year, I'd be delighted. As I said, I don't want to be out there saying, right, we're going to win every event, because it's not possible really. Look at the people that's around there: Kevin Eves, Gary Kiernan, Jason Black. Look, these names have been around for quite some time, and they've have the experience, they have the knowledge, and they have the machinery as well. So if we can mix within the top 5 throughout the year, I'll be very happy with that.
Mm-hmm. And overall, like, I think you're heading into what possibly is your 9th season competing. And correct me if I'm wrong on that. We'll get an update on what age you are first of all, because you're still a little nipper,
Yeah.
like, in fairness.
Yeah, I'm 25 at the moment. I'm going to be 26
You have
in
an awful
March.
lot of rallying done for a lad that age, and you come up through the ranks quite quickly as well when you consider that. And the progress has been really, really good, like, and still a lot to learn, no doubt.
Yeah. Look, definitely. Look, I like, it might be 9 seasons on paper, but I think really we purchased a 1600 car, Mark II Escort, off Ryan and Noel Lochran there in 2019, and then with COVID and all the rest, that was going to be our proper first season, but COVID put an end to that. So our first kind of proper event then was the Escort Special in Belgium. That was our first event. Oh yeah, definitely. Make a holiday of it anyway. And we finished, I think we finished 10th overall and first in class over there. And then after that, we went to Killarney Historics, I think. And no, we done Wexford and had a few problems. Went to Killarney Historics, won the class then. And then we decided to build the class 14 car. But I suppose really it's like, I think I've only 19 starts or 20 starts, so still relatively new at it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. But as you've kind of alluded to there, a lot of time spent in the navigator seat as well, and you still dabble with it every now and then on request as you. What? How do you kind of find that? Is the psyche any different at all from your point of view?
Yeah, look, the driving is where you want to be. Look, I think if we go to me navigating, I started in the Civic, and the next event I done was with Key Power and a Clio Super 1600. So I was thrown in the deep end then, and straight away. And then I think there was another 2 or 3 events with Keith, and then me and Colin O'Donoghue were in Foss together doing a carpentry, so that's how we met. And Colin was stuck for a navigator to do the Killarney Juniors in 2018, I think. So I said I want to go with that, and then we won that year. And then after that, his aim was to do the 2019 Junior Championship in his new Escort. So we done that as well. I think we finished second. I don't know. I think I won the navigators actually. I think he was second in the drivers. I think that's the way that ended up. But no, I'd much rather the driving. But look, the stuff I've learned navigating with different people within different cars, even when I was younger with Andrew Purcell. Look, it's like you learn a lot.
And the relationship with Tom that you've built up, obviously it seems that generally that takes a little bit of time, but some are quicker than others at doing it. Like, but yeah, you've got a fairly good thing going there, it seems anyway.
Yeah, I think Tom was thrown in the deep end. We went to, I rang him before Escort Special. I didn't have a navigator for it, and he never navigated it before ever. So I told him, look, the boat is booked. Your name is down. He had to go get a license and all that. So he was thrown in the right deep end. But no, we've grown a lot over the last 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We've done a lot of work on pace notes on our own thing. We've done recce's of say Wexford and stone throwers again, just to see can we get any better and improve any more. But no, Tom's a great asset to have with us. He puts in 110%.
Mm-hmm. Well, Eddie, we'll leave it there. Thanks for coming on with us. The very best of luck, and keep her late. All right.